This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
The Pooja and Gurdeep Show presents.
You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong.
What? I'm just sitting here.
Do you want to know what you're doing wrong?
How do you... Okay, sure. Yeah.
Flying.
I'm doing flying wrong? I just went on a trip. I think I was okay. I got back in one piece.
We're all doing it wrong. So if you are the type of person who on a flight orders a drink, a beverage, an alcoholic beverage or two.
An alcoholic beverage specifically.
Yes. So maybe you have like 2 glasses of wine and then...
Why did you get British there? Maybe you have 2 glasses of wine.
Because when I drink wine, I go British. She sounded like Borat.
Wait, are you drinking wine right now? Yeah. British Borat. Okay, anyway, go on.
If you have 2 glasses of wine
Yeah.
and then you decide to take a nap afterwards, this is really, really bad for our heart health. And we're just finding this out now. So if you're actually somebody who has heart issues or you actually have like a serious problem with your heart, this is something you should know before you get on a plane and do this.
It has to do with the altitude or the cabin pressure?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So when you combine alcohol...
Because like drinking and passing out on land is bad too.
It's true. It's true. But, you know, most people think two glasses is pretty innocent, right? It's not a whole lot. Mm-hmm. Why would that be a problem? So it is.
It sounds more like you're doing it wrong than I'm doing it wrong.
So you get alcohol and cabin pressure, you put that together at cruising altitude, and they say that this doesn't matter if you're young or you're old because it lowers the amount of oxygen in the blood, and then that momentarily will raise your heart rate.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll take what you're selling on that one. I don't really drink on planes. I've had the occasional drink, but it's not like a regular thing. I do know being up there is like really dehydrating. It's not good. Like I will always make the point of before I go on a flight, I'll drink like a liter of water and I'll throw in a little liquid IV, like those electrolyte packets, to just hydrate yourself because you dehydrate like crazy up there. Alcohol dehydrates you, plus the altitude.
All the
now
things.
You're talking about heart health. Yeah, so basically not a good idea to drink while you're up in the sky.
Think about all the people who like are going on a trip and maybe it's like a girls' trip or it's like a bachelor party or whatever, and they get the party started on the plane.
I love a girls' trip.
You're just waiting to be invited to one, right?
Pooja's doing it wrong.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Introducing the Inside the Eggshell Egg Scrambler.
Introducing the Ronco ice cream machine. It makes the best ice cream you've ever tasted.
It's the fishing invention of the century. Popeil's Pocket Fisherman. Compact enough to fit glove compartment or your pocket.
Oh, yes. We all remember the infomercials, you know, where you're maybe up late at night and you purchase something, you hope for the best, you think it's going to be great, it ends up sitting in a drawer, you never use it.
When you come home from the bar, that's what you'd watch because there was no streaming, there was nothing good on TV. You get sucked into like a 30-minute infomercial and fall asleep on the couch.
Yeah, how many people want to buy the slap chop just because?
I mean, I stand by that product.
Really?
That and the George Foreman grill, the 2 best things I bought off infomercials.
So Paul and I just celebrated our anniversary and we realized that we have an anniversary gift that's been sitting in a drawer for a year. It's this smart meat thermometer, which a lot of people
Wait, why does that need to be
about.
smart though? Like, meat thermometers are great, but why do you need a smart one?
Well, and it's called Meter It. It like actually hooks up to your phone, and so there's an app.
Not
and
necessary.
Like it seems like a lot of work for meat.
Also, like when you're not getting that far from the grill when you're barbecuing. You're not like going on vacation. You're like, oh, let me check how that steak is doing. I better fly home. Like you're generally in the vicinity of the grill. You poke the meat thermometer in and
you know what temperature it's at and you know how you want to cook it. It seems pretty simple. No, you have an app and it's a whole customized thing and no, don't use it. Yeah. Wasted purchase.
Can I ask who gave it to you guys?
No.
Oh. I mean, if they're listening, they know it's them. How many meat thermometers were you gifted?
No, I'd rather stay away.
Okay, well, you are not alone because I also purchased something that I think I used once. I'm going to give myself a free pass on this because this was like height of COVID purchase when everyone was like really paranoid and like, what do we do? I bought off Amazon for like $40 one of those little UV boxes that you put by your door and you come in, you put your keys and your phone in it.
No, you didn't.
You close the lid, you press the button, and it like disinfects your phone. It like disinfects your keys.
Oh my gosh.
And you just have to trust that it's working because you don't know. Like your phone looks the same when it opens up.
You take it out, you smell it, just
I'm
like
great.
I don't smell Lysol clean.
Now I can rub my keys and my phone on my face again without worry. Like I used it once. I swear I had no idea where the thing is. I think I hurled it off the CN Tower.
Yeah. See, this is a wasted purchase. These are your like retail regrets. We buy things with the best intentions and then we don't use them.
Fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
13-year-old Willis Gibson just became the first person to ever beat the original Tetris game. Check it out. He did it. Come on. Tetris has been out forever, and he is the first person to actually beat the game.
Yeah, this music takes you back to childhood and also gives you immediate anxiety.
It totally
when
does.
It starts speeding up.
Yes, and then the pieces start to come down at
faster,
a rapid speed. Yes.
And you're just trying to stack the left side of the screen and wait for that line that never comes so you can get the Tetris.
And you have homework, but you can't get to it because you are obsessed with Tetris and you just keep playing over and over again.
And then you're turning down the volume in your room so your mom doesn't hear you play. Just me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of those things.
There's something about this game. Like, we all played it, but this game, and I'll throw Dr. Mario into it too, if you remember Dr. Mario, women dominated, girls and women dominated Tetris and Dr. Mario. What is it about your brain that is so good at this game?
I'm not sure. Like, is it the attention to detail? Is it the organizing? Is that what it is? Like, how?
I mean, I'm not going to say that.
Why can we stack blocks better than you?
I don't know. And like, I know so many like friends' moms who like were not at all into video games. They'd be the one yelling at us to stop playing. But when it comes to Tetris, that was the game you had to pull them away from.
And it's so funny because I think like all the women I knew, we all thought that like, oh, Tetris is my game. Like I thought it was just me. Like I'm really good at it. And then I found out, no, apparently all my girlfriends are really good at it.
Were you good at it too? Yeah.
Tetris. And my daughter's really good at Tetris. My son gets so mad that he doesn't want to play. He's like, forget it, I don't even understand this game. It's so stupid.
Like, I like it. I don't love it. It'd be a lot lower on the list of like old school games if I'm feeling nostalgic. But like,
I was like obsessed with it on the Game Boy that I wouldn't let my brother. We had to share it, and I'm like, you're not playing it until I'm done. And I finished it on Game Boy because there's a last level on Game Boy.
You're like that Wonder Kid we just played the clip
I know,
of.
but it's different because you max out on Game Boy. So it was like level 20 or something, and then all the little dancers come out, and then a rocket blows up.
Dancers?
Oh, it was so
Rockets?
good.
I never got dancers or
It was
rockets.
great. It was like the best accomplishment of my life.
Says the mom with 2 kids.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
I think everyone has either done this or witnessed this happening. You know, when you're grocery shopping and let's say you buy like a case of water, or you pick up a bag of chips, you get a little hankering in the grocery store, you dip into something in your cart before you've actually paid for it. Like you open a bag of chips, you take out a bottle of water from the case of 24, maybe you're picking at a couple of grapes.
Yeah. I have witnessed it. I have never done it.
You've never done it?
I've never done it. And like, I mean, it makes sense. Like, okay, you're going to go pay for it. What's the big deal? But there's a part of me that just feels like, oh, this is wrong. Like I haven't paid for it yet and I'm already eating. Like the order of things don't make sense to me. So I would never do it. Like it feels like it's a rules thing with me. Like it's against the rules.
I've done it, but it's rare. Like I was at a No Frills not long ago and I was super thirsty. So I had a case of water. So I was like, man, I don't want to wait till, because I had a bunch of stuff to buy. I'm like, I'm just going to have, so I ripped into the case. I drank water, but then I clearly I put the empty thing back in the case. You know, I mean, you're just going to pay for the whole case. They're not going to charge you for one less bottle of water. So I think that's okay. Where it may get a little dicey is like, I buy grapes. I will always eat one grape before I buy it because I just want to make sure like the batch is sweet.
Got it.
I'm not going to eat like a whole bunch because with produce, like it will weigh less when you buy it. So that's kind of technically stealing.
Yes. And there are legal implications to this. Like there are actual rules. Like each individual retailer has rules about this. And the rules are not in your favor for eating while you're there.
Do they post this? I've never seen this.
No, I don't think anybody's ever going to because you think like, what am I in trouble for eating a grape?
You're like,
really?
I've got our produce lawyer on line 1.
Yeah. Like I don't think anybody's ever been called out on it. But if it came down to it, They could.
Right, because you're technically stealing. Okay, so you're not allowed to, but that's just for produce. Like you're allowed to have a bag of chips if you're going to keep.
No,
but you're going to pay for it.
No, because the idea is it's like you are. Let's say you're on somebody's property, okay, and you're using their property, but you haven't asked for permission, and you're on their property. They can be like, "Get off my property," right? It's like it's the same thing. You can't just go and do something before asking or doing what you're pay for it first and then eat it.
I don't see the problem with it if you're going to pay for it. I really don't.
All right. Just saying.
5 calls.
Decide it all.
Is it okay to snack while grocery shopping? That's the question. I think it's kind of okay as long as you pay for it.
You've probably seen people do it. Maybe you've done it yourself. I'm not sure. I think that, technically you haven't paid for it first. Like if you go pay for it first and then you eat while you're grocery shopping, then I think
society
it's fine.
runs on credit. You get now, you pay later. Andrea from Mississauga, 5 calls decide it all. Is it okay to snack while grocery shopping?
I'm going to side with you, Gurdeep. I think as long as it's something that you can scan, like you said, like if it's like you have a box of granola bars or a bag of chips, as long as you're scanning it.
Yeah.
But with the fruit, I would agree. Not with the fruit, but I don't see a problem as long as you're paying for it. Because I do it with my kids sometimes. Because they'll be like, we'll be out and they'll be hungry, and they'll be like, "I'm so hungry." So
kids don't want to wait.
Yeah, that's true. It's hard to say no to the kids.
Your vote's been counted. Thanks, Andrea.
Thank you.
Grace from Markham. So what do you think? Is it okay to snack while grocery shopping? Yes or no?
No.
How come?
Well, I don't think it's right since you haven't paid for it.
Okay, Grace, your vote's been counted. Thanks for the call.
Okay.
Denise from Dundas, we appreciate the alliteration. Is it okay to snack while grocery shopping?
No, definitely not.
How come?
Well, simply because, all right, first of all, what happens if your card, like if you're paying by debit, and it gets declined? And then you've eaten the bag of chips or the bag of cookies or whatever it be, then you've technically stolen the item because you can't pay for it now.
Well, then it turns into a 90s sitcom and you go to the back and wash dishes. Paid off.
Denise, your vote's been counted. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bree from Aaron. So what do you think? Is it okay to snack while grocery shopping? Yes or no?
I honestly, if you have a screaming child in a cart, and that's when I've opened up like a box of cookies or one of those food pouches and just given it to them because I got to survive grocery shopping with 2 kids.
And those tantrums are real.
Yeah. Do you take C and Bodhi to the grocery store? Because this is in your future, by the way.
No, I said my husband without any of us.
Because you're a not okay right now. I think you're going to convert to an okay.
Oh, absolutely, I would.
Bree, your vote's been counted. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Gary from Uxbridge. Okay, so Gary, we got a spicy one on our hands. Right now we're locked in a 2-2 tie saying, is it okay to snack while grocery shopping? You're going to decide it all, Gary. What do you say?
Okay, you can't snack on produce because that technically is stealing. But the bag of chips, you have not taken it off the property yet, so you are still not in. It's still on the store's property. So when you paid for it, it's yours. Whether it's in your stomach or in the cart, it's still yours.
Well, that's fine. Wait, you said when you pay for it, it's yours, but you haven't paid for it, and you're already eating it.
You haven't paid for anything else in your cart yet either.
Why not just go pay for it first and then eat it?
You haven't left the store with it.
Wait, so are you saying it's okay or it's not okay?
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay to snack on chips or snack on, say, hot dogs or whatever.
As long as you don't leave the store.
You're paying for the package
hot dogs? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Using that. Pack of hot dogs.
Where are you shopping?
I just got a visual.
Me too. We're coming to Uxbridge. Gary, I'm not sure we solved anything, but thanks for the call.
Okay, have a good one.
That was sort of a 5 calls decides nothing. And also, Gary's just crushing raw hot dogs out of the packet at the No Frills in Uxbridge.
I can't say I've ever seen that, but hey, maybe if we go to Uxbridge, we'll spot Gary in the grocery store. He's going to pay for it, though, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that is something. Thanks for all the calls. We appreciate it.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.